Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you could tap in or you could tap out, but you know my slogan, you know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got y'all here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex, that time, energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60K, all right? Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now do me a favor, my G's. Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house, all right? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube. Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, all right? Now salute, man. This beautiful Sunday night. Just got back to the crib, just got back to the big house. You know, beautiful dinner with the wife at Eddie V's. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to Eddie V's. A lot of love out there, all right? But my DMs are full. My DMs are full, and I got a lot of people in the DM saying, Big G and BTV, what's your perspective on everything that's going on with Donald Trump and Zelensky? I mean, what's your thought process on everything that's going down with Donald Trump and the Ukrainian president? And I got to say, absolutely nasty work. Now, before we get into this, before we break this thing down, right, I want to let you know something. This is not a celebrity gossip channel. This is not a channel where we are going to consistently talk about celebrity gossip, celebrity news, celebrity beef. You understand what I'm saying? One thing for sure and two things for certain, we going to absolutely expose the higher ups and the elites with this channel. But you have to understand something. This is YouTube. This is a portal that we are dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? And there is no way that you are just going to consistently expose the higher ups and the elites without them trying to shadow ban the channel or muffle the message. You have to bait the algorithm. You have to bait the algorithm. And I need all of my newcomers, all of my subscribers, all of my day one investors to understand that the more we grow with this channel, the more the platform elevates, the more strategic we have to be with delivering these messages. The more strategic is chess. It is not checkers. All right. So big salute to all my investors. You already know I see y'all in the comment section. I see y'all in the DM. I do my best to engage with everybody that's engaging with the channel. You understand what I'm saying? But I wanted to throw that out there. There is no way you just gonna go at the higher ups and the elites. You're gonna point the finger at the little hat people without baiting the algorithm. You know, don't get it confused. I know this is pure, straight off the brick into the bottles. This content is not stepped on. So I know, you know, you looking for certain titles, certain issues, certain situations. But you got to remember, always remember this. This platform, YouTube, is ran, is owned. You understand? It's controlled by the higher ups and the elites. That's what make my platform so powerful. I actually get on a platform that is ran and controlled by the higher ups and the elites, and I expose them and I make them pay me all at the same time. There ain't too many other platforms or channels like Grown Man Business TV. So don't ever get, you know, don't believe the hype. Don't get caught up in the madness. Always be able to see through the smoke and mirrors. We're going to talk about celebrities. But all you got to do is look into my discography. All you got to do is look into my content and you'll know exactly what this channel's about. All right? Is what it is, and it'll be exactly what it's going to be. Now, before we get into Donald Trump and the Ukrainian president Zelensky, right, we got to do some customizations to the chat. Absolutely. We're going to do some customizations to the chat. You know, the higher ups and the elites are always paying attention. They're always playing chess at the highest level. They're always trying to shadow ban the channel and muffle the message. You understand what I'm saying? Also, the higher ups and the elites understand just how much of a threat to the establishment Grown Man Business TV is. Not only that, but they know that the revolution will be televised. Absolutely will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? So before we go any further, you know what I mean? Let me do some customizations to the chat. We're going to talk about Trump and Zelensky. You know, one thing for sure and two things for certain, man. We're gonna really break this in and we're gonna dissect this situation, man. All right. So big salute. Let's do some customizations to the chat. I see over 100 in here already. Yeah, hit the like button and all that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do and wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. All right, big salute, man. We in here Sunday night. You already know how we do. You already know how we give it up. It's a beautiful Sunday night. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, it's a lot going on in these YouTube streets. It's a lot going on with these celebrities. It's a lot of distractions taking place. You understand? And the only way to remain anonymous is to bait the algorithm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we've been baiting the algorithm. Salute to Harlem Legend, China Brim, you know what I'm saying? Hassan Campbell doing that thing with the G Unit and all of that, doing a thing with DJ Vladimir. You know, I might throw a little bit of that in there as well because that is a prime example on what's going on right now. Closing out 2025. You think it's by coincidence? Absolutely not. Oh yeah, we gonna talk. You know, nasty work. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's customize this chat. Do what you're supposed to do when you come in here, man. You already know how we giving it up. You feel what I'm saying? Big salute to everybody that's tapped in. You see that right there at the bottom of the chat, right? Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers all in the comment section, using your Twitter fingers, overly using your Twitter fingers to do what the Twitter fingers like to do, doing all the Twittering in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear. Because all of a sudden it's trolls in the chat. When I'm talking about China Brim, when I'm talking about DJ Vlad, when I'm talking about Let's Rap About It podcast, when I'm talking about celebrities and I'm engaging in the circus, I don't see one troll in the chat. As soon as you see we back on business, as soon as you see Donald Trump and that, yeah, we get to talking about what we talking about. Now all of a sudden I gotta control the chat. That's why we customize the situation. Yeah, you gonna subscribe to the channel if you wanna talk to me. You understand me? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now, you know, understand this, right? With everything going on in these YouTube streets, with all the distractions taking place, right in front of our face, all up and down the algorithm. A lot of us has forgotten. We have turned a blind eye to what's going on with the higher ups and the elites, to what's going on with these puppets. You understand what I'm saying? And it is absolutely nasty work because this is how they've been running the place. See, if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. If it's not broke, you don't fix it. And in every 10 years, every decade, right? They run the same play over and over and over again. And you got to know something. It's a money grab. The same thing that they did with 9/11 is what they doing right now with the Ukrainian war. And we're going to talk about that. The same thing they did with 9/11 is the same thing they doing right now with Russia. You know? And I always tell y'all who got their hands in the pot. I'll always give y'all the first bird eye view on who is controlling all of this. Who is the puppet master? Who is the Geppetto? Israel. Now, a lot of y'all is scared to say that word. A lot of y'all is scared to point the finger at them people. But me, Grown Man Business TV, it is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. It's a money play. It's a money play. And yeah, I'm not going to say we endorsed, right, Donald Trump, because we wasn't endorsing him over here. I just understood what I was looking at. I understood that Kamala Dick Harris would have been an easy scapegoat. Yeah, putting Kamala Dick Harris in office would have been an easy scapegoat, an easy way out. Oh, a so-called black woman cooking and washing her collard greens in the bathtub, popping pussy with Megan Thee Stallion and yeah, Cardi B and Glorilla. Put her in office and we could blame everything on her. But Donald Trump going into office, now you got to really look at what's going on because you got a white man in control, in office, and we see exactly what's going on. We got a Republican, yeah, right in office, doing exactly what the Democrats was doing. They just do it their own way. I told y'all. One bird, listen, both wings fly the same bird. I don't care if it's the right wing or the left wing. It don't matter because both wings fly the same bird. One hand wash the other and both hands wash the face. So Donald Trump is no different than Joe Biden, Obama, George Bush, Bill Clinton. They all in the same boat. They all work for the same puppet master, Israel. Okay? Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna close out 2025 exposing the hypocrisy of America, exposing the higher ups and the elites and the money grab that they do every 10 to 20 years. They do the same fucking money grab. And who pays for it? The American people. Who pays for it? The American taxpayer. Nobody wants to talk about it. Yeah, right now they got us talking about China Brim Harlem Legend and the homie Hassan Campbell. Right now they got us talking about G Unit and Mano and Jim Jones. Right now they got us talking about Cardi B and Stephen Diggs. They got us all caught up in the circus. Whole time they moving billions of our dollars here and there. They moving $40 billion to Argentina. They moving another $100 billion to the Ukraine. They funneling money all the way through Israel. All in the name of war. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Salute to my investors all in the comment section saying we sold out, saying we a celebrity. Nah, this ain't that. Don't ever get it confused. This is the part of the game y'all don't want to talk about because y'all want to talk about Cardi B and Jimmy Jones and Stephen Diggs and Offset. Okay? Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain. You already know I kept the receipts. I absolutely kept the receipts. I don't go nowhere without the receipts. Okay? So we're going to break this thing down. We're going to break this thing down. We're going to expose it. And I'm going to show you the receipts because Donald J. Trump is in the pocket of Israel. Yeah, I said it. The president of the United States of America is in the pocket of Israel. They got him by the balls. The same way Donald Trump said he grabs him by the pussy, Israel got Donald Trump by the balls and he can't make a move. He can't save nobody. Donald Trump is not going to save you. That's why white America is they're so disappointed. That's why white America is throwing a tantrum. They don't understand. White supremacy is crashing. And we're watching your leader, your savior, buck dance for Israel. Whew. Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know that Donald J. Trump, he ain't letting his nuts hang no more. Donald J. Trump, yeah, he's a puppet. Now, again, we're going to talk about a lot of things, but tonight, I felt impelled to get at the higher ups and the elites. Before we go into 2026, I want you to understand it's a money grab happening right in front of your face, behind closed doors. It's a trillion plus money grab, transfer, wiring. Yeah, they transferring, they wiring, and they depositing trillions of dollars. And guess what? The American people, they don't even see it coming. The American people is being robbed and bamboozled right out of their tax money, and nobody's ready to go to war about it. Everybody's comfortable, settled, and in pocket. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the American people is in pocket. Nobody fears this great land of ours anymore. Nobody fears America. Everybody knows America is a money grab. America is a lick. Now, I wanna stop right there and I wanna pull up a receipt. Okay. I wanna take y'all back to a time where, you know, everybody was being everybody was being wooed and everybody was being manipulated. You know, everybody was being told something and it was very believable. It was very believable when Donald Trump was having these rants and he was saying these things because at this present moment, Donald Trump didn't know that he was on them Epstein's files. When Donald Trump was talking like this, he didn't know Israel had a trick up their sleeve. You understand what I'm saying? And when you can't see through the smoke and mirrors, it's checkmate. Yeah, you thought you was about to win the game. Little did you know your king is in check. Yeah, your king is in danger. You might got one or two moves before your king is taken off the board and it's game over. And Donald Trump didn't see it coming. You know what? Fuck it, man. I'm not going to waste no more time. Let's get directly into this. I want y'all to remember when Donald Trump was talking like this. All right? Hit the like button and all that. Well over 400 in the chat. You know what to do when you get in here. All right? Let's open the ear. Let's give an ear for it. Hit the like button. Yeah. Look.
One day, it'll take 24 hours. I know Zelensky well. I know Putin well. I would get that ended in a period of time. You can break that deal. Well, President, and I say this, I will end that war in one day. It'll take 24 hours. I know Zelensky well. I know Putin well. I would get that ended in a period of time. You can break that deal. 100%, it would be easy. That deal would be easy. Well, President, and I say this, I will end that war in one day. It'll take 24 hours. I know Zelensky well. I know Putin well. I would get that ended in a period of time. You can break that deal. 100%, it would be easy. That deal would be easy. A lot of it has to do with the money. A lot of it has to do with the military, that we're giving. But I would get that deal done within 24 hours. That war has to be stopped. That war is a disaster.
Final thought. Are you going to win next year?
I think we have a very good chance. The economy's not good. I'll make it good. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. Even Democrats, they say, well, we agree that Putin would have never gone in. He would have, I told him, you're not going in. Putin would have never gone into Ukraine. President Xi of China would never even be talking about Taiwan. We had that conversation strongly. I stopped North Korea from doing some really bad things, and my relationship with Kim Jong-un is very good. Well, President, and I say this, I will end that war in one day. It'll take 24 hours. I know Zelensky well. I know Putin well. I would get that ended in a period of time.
You can break that deal.
100%, it would be easy. That deal would be easy. A lot of it has to do with the money. A lot of it has to do with the military, that we're giving. But I would get that deal done within 24 hours. That war has to be stopped. That war is a disaster.
Now, a lot of us remember when Donald Trump told the American people that he would get the Ukrainian war over, finished, finito in 24 hours. All it would take was 24 hours and he would have that thing situated. It would be a wrap. He also said in this receipt right here, because of the funding that we are given and the military equipment that we are given, he would be able to have that war over in 24 hours. Well, let me tell you something. It's way past 24 hours. It's still a war going on over there. It's still a war going on between the Ukraine and Russia that somehow, some way, we got to be in the middle of it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I want to break down the money grab for you. I want you to understand how they are manipulating the people to funnel trillions and trillions of dollars, tax-paying citizen dollars. You could stop the war in 24 hours. Well, God damn it, it been 2, 3 years, or we don't know how long it been. All we know is it's still a war going on and we're still funding it. Nobody really puts together and connects the dots on why is it so important for us, our president, our commander-in-chief, to have so much to say about a Ukrainian and Russian war. The shit is none of our business, has nothing to do with us, but at the same time, it has everything to do with us. Okay, it's gonna get deep. Donald Trump said he could stop the war in 24 hours. Well, guess what happened today? I want to get into my next and my last receipt. I ain't bring a whole bunch of receipts. What happened today about 8 hours ago? Donald Trump and the president of the Ukraine met up in Florida and had a whole 3-hour meeting discussing the war that's still going on today in the Ukraine with Russia. Oh, I can have the war finished in 24 hours if you elect me as president. We won't have any problems. The war in the Ukraine will be finished in 24 hours. And we still at motherfucking war. And we the only people on the face of the planet dumb enough to be funding the war. Hey, respectfully, I ain't trying to disrespect you, but I know a lot of y'all gonna get up tomorrow. Y'all gonna go to work and they're gonna tax your hard-working dollars. And guess where that tax money is going? To the hands of the president of the Ukraine. Damn near $400 billion and counting. And counting. It's nasty work. And it's even more nasty work because that dog fur is being exposed. See, it's a beautiful thing that Donald Trump is being put in position so we can watch the white man do what the white man been doing. Yeah. That's why Donald Trump was perfect for this position, because now we can watch the white man do what the white man been doing. Lying, robbing, deceiving, stealing. Yeah, it would have been terrible to have Kamala Dick Harrison there so every dog fur having American could point the finger at this so-called black woman and blame it on black people. No, homie. Trust me. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And when it get deep, I can guarantee you 100% it's going to be somebody with some dog fur with their hands in the pot. 24 hours turns into 12 months. See? See how that works? See how 24 hours turns into 12 months? You see how a couple of $1 million turns to a couple of $100 billion? But y'all want to talk about Cardi B and DJ Vladimir and G Unit and all that, Mano. And y'all want to talk about that. Donald J. Trump has no control. He's lost control. His balls is in the grinder right now. And Israel is telling them, and they letting them know, listen, we're going to do what we want to do. You're going to pay for it. And if you get out of pocket, we'll destroy you. We will assassinate your character. You'll never be the same. You, your family, anybody with the Trump name, it'll never be the same for you. Now, Grown Man Business TV, I mean, you getting in there. You giving up that game. Pure dope, straight off the brick, into the bottles. But what we want to know is, What's really going on? How is this working? Like, what do you mean? Like, what? Elaborate. You want me to elaborate? Okay, let's elaborate. Let's get deeper into this. Here is where it gets deep, it get wicked, and it's always deep in a rap. I'm telling you something you might already know. How they robbing us. How that dog fur do to American people every time that dog fur get in the office. I'm telling you something you might already know, but let's go deeper. Let's go into an area where you might not be familiar with. I'm gonna run this receipt. Y'all need to hit that like button. Well over 600 in the chat. Why ain't we at 100 likes? Double tap the screen already. 700 people in here. Stop playing with the like button. Don't be a hater your whole life. All you got to do is tap the screen twice. That's free. I don't want to have to ask you to do that. Stop lurking all in the chat. Niggas get all in the chat lurking and shit, looking around, you know what I'm saying, remixing the content. It's a lot of you niggas in the chat right now taking notes, trying to remix the content and all of that. Let's get into this. Let's get into this receipt right here. Big salute. Well over 100 likes now. I appreciate that. Well over 700 in the chat. Easy money. And we ain't talking about celebrities. I'm a different breed with this. When it come to this independent content creation, I'm different. We ain't talking about celebrities. All right? Let's get into this. Open your ears.
We discussed all the aspects of the peace framework, which includes, and we have great achievements, 20-point peace plan, 90% agreed, and U.S.-Ukraine security guarantees, 100% agreed. U.S.-Europe-Ukraine security guarantees, almost agreed. Military dimension, 100% agreed. Prosperity security guarantees, almost agreed. Military dimension, 100% agreed. Guarantees, 100% agreed. U.S., Europe, Ukraine security guarantees, almost agreed. Military dimension, 100% agreed. Prosperity plan being finalized, and we also discussed the sequencing of the following actions. And we...
Now I want to stop right there. I'm gonna let them talk. I'm gonna let that dog fur talk just a little bit more, but I want to kind of just speak to what we just listened to. Prosperity arrangements, 95% agreed. European, American, Ukrainian situations, 100%. This is all money talk. We are agreeing. This is all money talk. This is how they slip the money under the table. They don't say, you know what, we're going to give you $485 billion. They say, we're going to give you a prosperity package. Yeah, we're going to give you a prosperity package where we send you about $400 billion. Okay, so I just want y'all to understand a little bit and have some context on what he's talking about. He's talking about arrangements and agreements between him and the American government and Israel. Okay? Now I'm gonna let this rock out and then we gonna break this down. All right? Big salute to the chat. Look.
And we also discussed the sequencing of the following actions. And we agree that security guarantees is a key milestone in achieving lasting peace, and our teams will continue working on all aspects. We also had a joint productive call with European leaders, like President Trump said already, and a lot of leaders, including NATO and the EU. And we agreed that our teams will meet in upcoming weeks to finalize all discussed matters, and we agreed with President Trump that he will host us, and maybe in Washington, European leaders and Ukrainian delegation, yes, in January. And Ukraine is ready for peace. And once again, would like to thank President Trump for a warm welcome and substantial discussion. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mr. President.
I want you to look at that right there. Look at that dog fur right there. And look at that dog fur right there. Two different textures of dog fur rubbing palms together. Okay? Two different textures of dog fur rubbing palms together. Okay? Now, Donald Trump is going to talk. And we're gonna let the president speak, right? But if you notice, Zelensky said, Ukraine is ready for peace. Ukraine is ready for peace. Now, again, I don't want these things to go over your head or under your bridge. But if Ukraine is ready for peace, then why not? Why y'all ain't showing love? Why it ain't no peace yet? If Ukraine is ready for peace, then where's the love and where's the peace? How about y'all get with Russia and y'all get that situated? But what you got to understand is it's all coded. The talk is all coded. When he says that Ukraine is ready for peace, what he's saying is Ukraine has received a lot of money from the American people. If we can get a little bit more, then we could put this to rest. Ukraine is ready for peace means we need more money. But to get to the peace, cut the check, Donald. Donald, will you cut the check? Listen to me. We done already sent $500 billion to the Ukraine. We ain't seen one mall yet. We ain't seen a skyscraper. We ain't seen them build a residential housing unit. We ain't seen nothing. We ain't seen nothing. We don't know where the money's going. Are y'all building golf courses? Are y'all building apartment complexes? I mean, we sent y'all about $400 to $500 billion. And we ain't seen we ain't seen a development site yet. We ain't seen nothing on CNN saying, hey, we sent that money and here goes some of the apartment complexes we are building in Ukraine. Here go a couple of hospitals that we're building in Ukraine. Here go some shopping malls. I mean, we sent them so much money, maybe they want to go shopping. Maybe they want to go to Gucci and Finley and Prada. You know, we sent them a damn near $1 trillion, you know. Here go a Cadillac dealership, a Tesla dealership. Yeah. We ain't seen nothing. Only thing they show us is when the president of the Ukraine come to America for more money. Did you notice that? Every time it's time to give him some money, he come to America. Last time he went to the Oval Office out there in DC, you know, the White House. This time they in Mar-a-Lago. They out there in Palm Beach, Florida, discussing our money. Think about how crazy this is. And we ain't went to war yet. They having full-on discussions of who you think paying. You think the government paying these people? You think Donald Trump paying these people? Where's the money coming from? Your little ass tax check that they give you? Your little check you make every week or 2 weeks and they tax your ass a federal, state, Medicare? Yeah, where the goddamn Medicare money going? Every time you look at your check, you say to yourself, Medicare? Where the fuck? What the fuck? Wait, what's that? And then it's these dog fur having people put on suits and ties. Yeah, 757 in the chat. I see that. Yeah. They put on suits and ties and they get all dressed up and they get on CNN and Fox News and they talk to us like some goddamn sheep. Like some mannequins. They feel like we mannequins. Yeah, them goddamn mannequins, they don't talk back. They don't know anything. Just tell them anything. Nasty work. Nasty work. We ain't seen a goddamn hospital. We ain't seen a Starbucks or McDonald's. We ain't seen a Publix, Food Lion. We don't know what they did with all that goddamn money out there in the Ukraine. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. When it's time to recoup and re-up the money, Zelensky ass is back in America, somewhere sitting down with Donald Trump in front of some cameras telling us, yes, the prosperity package for the Ukraine has been approved 100% and a prosperity. Nasty work, man. Absolutely disgusting. And again, at this point, you know, the gloves are off. Left wing, right wing, all flies the same bird. I ain't never rocked with Trump or Joe Biden. Whoever in office will be exposed. You are the puppet. You are it. And Donald Trump might be the biggest disappointment to white supremacy because y'all really believe that he was coming into office to save you. Yeah, y'all thought Donald Trump was coming to save you, you white ass. You thought that dog fur was going to relate to the dog fur and y'all was going to have a kumbaya moment. Come to find out, nasty work. Donald Trump don't give a goddamn about your dog fur having ass. He's sending the money to Argentina, 40 billion. He's sending the money to the Ukraine, 400 billion. And you can't even get a goddamn WIC check. You can't even get your food stamps re-enlisted, recouped. Yeah, you having a problem getting $250 a month in food stamps. Yeah, yeah. And see, who else but Grown Man Business TV but to connect the dots? Don't ever get it confused when you see them titles and you see them celebrities. Don't ever get me confused with them. I'm not walking through the door. Yeah, salute to my homies that's getting they just do. But I'ma tell you, we gonna talk about this. But you know, that door everybody been talking about. Soon as it cracks open just a little bit, niggas is running through it. Soon as the door, that Nori door that these niggas been talking about for the last 2 years, as soon as it cracks open, everybody's running through it. Nah, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you? Get your money, though. Back to Donald Trump. Talk to the people, Trump. Talk. Look.
Any questions, please?
90%, 100%. The U.S. Ukraine security guarantees. What number are we at right now?
Well, I think look, you can say 95%, but I don't like to say percentages. I just think we're doing very well. We could be very close. There are one or two very thorny issues, very tough issues, but I think we're doing very well. We made a lot of progress today, but really we've made it over the last month. This is not a one-day process deal. This is very complicated stuff, but I think when the president says 95, I think, could be close to 95%. Yeah, please, and behind you.
Mr. President, have you agreed on the so-called free trade zone on Donbass? How to separate the sites? How to make the separation line? Who will be responsible?
The word agreed is too strong. I would say not agreed, but we're getting closer to an agreement on that, and that's a big issue. Certainly, that's one of the big issues, and I think we're closer than we were. Probably it's unresolved, but it's getting a lot closer. That's a very tough issue, but one that I think will get resolved. Yeah, please.
We are receiving some mixed signals coming from Moscow, even after you spoke with President Putin. Can you assure us that you have received written or any formal response from them?
Well, what was the issue? You have to tell me. What did they say?
They are telling that Ukraine has to give up Donbass. Just a very recent statement coming out.
Well, that's what they've been asking for, and there's a dispute about that. So they're going to have to iron that out. That's an issue they have to iron out. But I think it's moving in the right direction.
If they reject or delay the solution or peace agreement that you try to achieve.
If something doesn't happen? You mean if something doesn't happen? Yeah, go ahead.
May I ask?
No, go ahead. You were going to finish your question.
Will there be any step that the United States will prepare?
Well, we'll see. Look, we'll see. But I don't want to talk about that because I think we're getting pretty close. Yes, please.
May I ask the President of Ukraine
Please.
about territorial question? Mr. President, what is your take on Donbas status? Are you prepared to see it as a free economic or demilitarized zone?
No, we spoke about 20 points plan, and I'm happy that really our teams very close to results. And I agree with President Trump that our teams work not one day and not one week, more than 1 month, beginning from Geneva, then 2 meetings in Miami, then we had Berlin, and now we have Mar-a-Lago. So this is a very difficult question. You know our position, so it's, we have to respect our law and our people. We respect the territory which we control. And of course, our attitude is very clear. That's why President Trump said this is a very tough question. And of course, we have with Russians different positions on it.
And have you
Now that was a lot said, right? But we gonna break this down. You know, a 20-point plan. So they have a 20-point plan that needs every box to be checked for peace to be brought into the situation. Now, what you need to understand as an American people, right? Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Well over 1,000 in here. Hit the like button and all that. So should easily be over 200 likes, right? Every box checked is another check. 20-point plan. Every time you check a box, that's another check. Government funding, government funding, government funding, government funding, government funding, government funding. And who's funding the government? You, me, us, we. The government is nothing without the citizens, the American people. The government don't exist unless we fund it. And they take our funding and they fund the world. Now, this is where we're going to get real at. This is where it get deep. It get wicked because it's always deeper than rap. Okay? We, the American people, are the slaves of the earth. We are the slaves of this globe. We are the slaves, my G. Back in the day, they put us in chains, whips, all of that. They made everybody believe and see that black people was the slaves, but the white people of America didn't understand. They was just as much as slaves as we were. They just was brainwashed to believe that they were free, and we wasn't. Fast forward into present day, you gotta ask yourself, right? And you would only notice if you travel. Me, I've been to a lot of places, not just the Bahamas and Jamaica. I've been to Thailand. I've been to the Fifi Islands. I've been to Bangkok. I've been to a lot of different places. And what you'll realize when you travel the world is that America is the only place that says out loud that their citizens are free. The land of the free. Oh, the land of the free. America, you're free here. Think about that. If you was free, why would they have to tell you over and over and over again that you're free? The reason they tell you over and over and over again that you're free is because you are not free. You are a fucking slave. You are a slave. America is a plantation, my G. It is a corporation and it is a plantation where they incorporate and they breed the slaves, the worker bees of the world. We, the American people, are the worker bees of the world. That's why you get up every day. You go to work. When you get paid, you get taxed out of your money. When you go buy food, they tax you again. When you go buy water, they tax you again. When you go buy gasoline, they tax you again. They tax your money before you get it, and then they tax you in any and every which way that you spend it, because we, the American people, are the slaves of the globe. So we are working bees, and then our honey that we work for is distributed all across the globe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You never looked at it like that, did you? You thought you was free. I mean, yeah, it is America, the land of the free. So since we live in the land of the free, you thought you was free. But again, if you was free, they wouldn't have to tell you you was free. You would just be free. In no other country I've ever been to, you will hear the government telling their citizens, y'all are free. They don't tell them they're free. They tell them your ass is in bondage. Whole time you got more freedom over there than we got over here. At least over there, you got the freedom to real food, real bread, real everything over here is fake. It is GMO inserted. It is artificial intelligence and artificial ingredients, and Everything over here is deadly, even our bread, our wheat. But they tell you you're free. Yeah, you're a free man, brother. And over there, they're not free. But over there, they have free health care funded by the American people. They got free education funded by the American people. They got retirement plans funded by the American people, the American slaves. Now, you need to understand that so that you could go into this next angle and you could understand this. It's nasty work. It's nasty work. And back in the day, it was easy for them to get this over on us. You know, I'm talking like Pearl Harbor. You remember Pearl Harbor? We learned about that in school when the Japanese or the Chinese flew over here, shot all the missiles and shot up all the boats and all of that. And we had to go to war. We had to drop the Hiroshima, you know, the atomic bomb. You know all about that, right? See, back in them days, it was easy to manipulate the American people, the American slave. It was easy to set up a play, run it, and then tell the people we got to drop a bomb on their ass. You see what they did to us? Not knowing they was in bed with China the whole fucking time. But over the years, it becomes harder and harder and harder to lie and manipulate the American people. But notice, every 10 to 20 years, a catastrophic event happens to where we need to go and do something about we need to go global. I mean, Pearl Harbor, right? 9/11. All of a sudden, we got weapons of mass destruction, we got the Taliban, and we got the Muslims. All of a sudden, these big ass buildings fall down, and now we need to go into Iran and Iraq, and we need to see what's over there with weapons of mass destruction. Okay, well, you know what? We got a chemical warfare. We got the jab. You see it in the chat, the Ovid. You know what I'm talking about. All of a sudden, we can't go outside. And we need to go to war with these people or go to war with them people because they sent the monkey over here and something. The dog fur having people every 10 to 20 years set up a catastrophic event so that they can funnel and exchange trillions and trillions of dollars. Oh, war equals money. War equals revenue. Now get deep because this only exists with white people, the dog fur having people. They are the only people in the world that's how they work. They work off of tragedy, conflict, murder. So they don't know any other way but to set off a catastrophic event and then hide behind it. And then once the Twin Towers fall, George Bush becomes a billionaire, and billions and trillions of dollars is being pushed back and forth between America and Iran. And the whole time, it's our money. Think about this, right? There's no other country on TV standing next to the Ukraine, funding the Ukraine in a goddamn war with Russia. There's no other country funding the war. We are the only ones that do it because we are the only ones that will not, we are the only ones that will just do it comfortably with our eyes closed. We ain't asking no questions and we ain't going to war. But over in these other countries, they start bucking on the government. They'll go to war with the government. They start having all kind of goddamn back and forths in the street with the government. We ain't trying to do that. You know, America has a homeless problem, right? America has a lot of disenfranchised people on this land. You ever seen the UK say, hey, we're going to send America $40 billion and help y'all get y'all homeless situations, straightened out. You ever seen Russia or the Ukraine say, listen, we gonna get together. I'ma send 50 billion. He gonna send 50 billion, and y'all can apply that to your homeless situation. You ever seen China or any of these countries say, you know what? America's having a hard time right now. We're gonna send y'all about $400-500 billion, and y'all can put that to your drug rehab and to your homeless situations, and y'all can, you know, stimulate the economy. We want to help y'all. It don't never, it's always us sending money out. It's always the slaves of the globe, the slaves of this world, working our fingers to the bone so that y'all can tax our money and then y'all can spread it out to these so-called disenfranchised countries. Here we are, back like we never left. Don't ever get me confused. Don't ever play with me like that. Niggas is crazy. You forgot who you was dealing with? This is Grown Man Business TV. Nothing more, nothing less. Salute to the chat. Run the likes up. Well over 800 in here. All I'm saying to you is, every time we got a situation like this and we got the commander-in-chief of this country standing with these other countries and these other presidents, all they are doing is rewording the fact that they're taking our money and spreading it out. I mean, you know, if listen, man, prove me wrong. Show me one time another country sent us $100 million, $400 million, $400 billion one time. But trust me, every couple of years, we are looking out into the world and we are saying, who needs money? Who needs money? You guys need to, we'll get involved. We'll send the army. We'll send army brigades over there. Now, what you need to know is this. We send a lot of money to a lot of different places. We send a lot of money to a lot of different places. But they never talk about the money we send to Israel. We all know we funding Israel. We all know they got a little situation going on over there. You know, the Palestinians and the Palestinians and whatever the fuck they got going on over there. But they are now in the making of something called the New Israel. And guess who's going to fund it? Yours truly. Guess who's going to fund the New Israel? The new buildings, all the goddamn new capital, all the beautiful shit that they gonna have is coming from the American people, and we can't even get new subways out here. We still living on, working off of technology from the late 1900s, the same airplanes, the same subways, the same city buses. We ain't got no new technology. I'm talking America is falling apart, and all we is doing is taking our money and funding other countries. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is what y'all wanted, right? Huh? This is what you wanted? Salute to the chat. Run them likes up and all that. It's nasty work. It's absolutely nasty work. When these catastrophic events take place, it's only a cover-up. It's only a mask for them to, under the table, transfer billions and trillions of dollars this way, that way. Israel, you get something. Yeah, Argentina, you get something. Russia, you get something. Ukraine, we gonna pull y'all in. Y'all get something. Everybody that we rocking with that's working towards our agenda. And when I say our agenda, I'm talking the American government agenda. I'm talking sex trafficking, child pornography, murder, wars and crimes against humanity. That's the agenda of the American government that we funding. Drugs, This shit is all the way out of whack. And the only, the biggest issue I got with it is that we funding it. They not forcing us to fund it. We are funding it willingly. As America, as Americans, you got to be able to look around America and say to yourself, we still flying the same 757 Boeing jets and shit. Same airplanes they was flying in 1975. They's flying the same fucking airplanes. We ain't elevated with no technology. All this money. Let me tell you something. And salute, I appreciate that 10-piece nugget. Yeah. Great shit. I appreciate that. With all the money and all the intelligence we have, all the inventions we've come up with, all the tax-paying dollars we pay every year. I'm talking multiple $trillion just in taxes, all in the pot, right? We shouldn't be paying for electricity. That should be an American right. We shouldn't be paying for clean water. That should be an American right. Born in America, that should be something you are born to, a right, a born right, an absolute birthright. Free education, college should be free. Nah, I'm not tripping. Nikola Tesla already had the invention. He already had the technology for universal electricity. They blackmailed him and they blackballed him and they killed him and he died broke because he couldn't figure out how to put a price tag on universal electricity. You didn't know that, sweetheart? Salute to the chat. Salute to the chat. When Nikola Tesla told them people, when he told the dog fur about universal electricity, the dog fur looked him in his face and said, how do you put a price tag on that? How do you charge for universal electricity? And he said, charge. He was blackballed and exiled from the business. He died broke and they robbed him of his inventions. They robbed him of his technology. So when I tell you just off the tax-paying dollars that we pay every fucking day, every year, it accumulates so much money that in America, it really should be the land of the free. It should literally feel like shit. Everything should be free with how much we work and how much we contribute. But see, again, everybody ain't gonna be able to see through the smoke and mirrors. What we paying for clean water for? That should be free. That should be a birthright. Harvard, Princeton, whatever college we want to attend, if college is in our path and in our future, should be absolutely free. We already paying for it. But see, since you don't agree, they understand the majority of y'all don't even see through the smoke and mirrors. They already understand that the majority of y'all don't even get it. So they not even going to understand how we transferring $500 billion. But then we look at the American people and tell them we ain't got the money. We done gave Argentina $40 billion. But when we look at Black America, we tell them we ain't got enough money for reparations. We ain't got enough money to fix the foundation of America, the foundational Black America. We ain't even got that. But we got money for the Ukraine, though. We got money for Israel, and we got money for Argentina, and then anybody else that we funding. Paying motherfuckers for the Holocaust, and the Holocaust didn't even take place on American soil, but they getting reparations for that to this day. You know, I'm saying all that to say this, right? Donald Trump, man, you know, I'm not disappointed in Donald Trump. I knew exactly what was going to happen. And I'd rather Donald Trump than a fake black woman to dirty up the face of black women, real black women, because that's what they was going to use Kamala Dick Harris for. They was going to use Kamala Dick Harris to say, I told you we should have never let a black woman get in office. I told you a black woman would crash America. That's what they was gonna do with Kamala. I know y'all wanted Kamala real bad, but that was a setup. That was the double cross. And I keep telling y'all, keep your eyes open for the triple cross. Now, with that being said, I know a lot of y'all gotta wake up tomorrow and a lot of y'all gotta go to work. And I know when you go to work and you receive your check, right? You're gonna look at the deductions and you're gonna see that you've been taxed. They're stealing from you. And then you ask yourself, well, where is this money? Well, it's going to NASA. Well, what the fuck is NASA doing with this money? How about we cut NASA off for the next 3 years and spread that money out to the American people? Imagine how stimulated the economy would be. Imagine how, I mean, it'd be like Bill Clinton all over again. But the dog fur, they are not in power to elevate humanity. I want to leave y'all with that. They put them suits on with those ties. They stand behind those microphones and they talk like this. Yes, absolutely. We're going to do what we have to do to further the American people, and this is for America. They talk like that. And when people talk like that, somehow, some way, we believe them. Yes, sir. I wouldn't do anything wrong to you. I'm only here to better America. God bless America. See, when people talk like that, it feels, we feel like some shit is going down. What I'm here to tell you is they put them suits and ties on George Bush, Bill Clinton, Donald J. Trump. They smooth that dog fur all around and put that gel all in that dog fur. And they put their ass on the podium to talk that talk, but they was never here to elevate humanity. We should be living like the fucking Jetsons. It shouldn't be, we should be somewhere in the sky by now, living in the clouds. But they not elevating humanity. They robbing humanity. They robbing the American people. They robbing us of the elevation. The technology we got right now, they had that shit 100 years ago. 100 years ago, niggas had that technology and some more technology 150 years ago. Paradox, what it do, my G? The unfortunate thing about that is there is no getting out the matrix. They got this shit in the Cobra clutch. Respectfully. In the Cobra clutch. They have mastered the art of deception. There is no getting out the matrix. The only thing you can do is recognize you're in the matrix and see the numbers going up and down and realize that this steak ain't real steak. It just has my mind thinking that it's real steak, but this shit is not real food. And then guess what? Guess what? You eat the steak anyway, knowing it's not a real steak. You moved out to the US. Where did you move to? Now, a lot of people say that, move out the US, move away. The reason why we've never moved out the US, the reason why we've never ran, because there's nowhere to run to. Well, look, you moved out the US to Puerto Rico, which is a part of the US. So you didn't run far, my G. Salute to you, though. You didn't run far. You know what I mean? I will say there are areas in Puerto Rico and these other islands where you can grow your own food and you can somewhat sort of manipulate the matrix. But don't get it confused. I mean, I get it. But you didn't run far, my G. You didn't run far. And I seen how Puerto Rico looked after that storm a couple of years ago. It wasn't a pretty sight. I remember that. It It wasn't a pretty sight out there in Puerto Rico. $1 mela. Taquira, $1 mela. $1 mela. Tokiro, $1 mela. Yeah, I just felt like saying that. Yeah, I just felt like that was appropriate for the second right there in the moment right there. You like that? $1 mela. Tokiro, $1 mela. Okay, all right, there we go. I had to get that off my chest right there. I just felt that in the moment. You know what I mean? Bali. Yeah, I heard about Bali. Me and the family, we were just talking about taking a trip out there. I think we're gonna set that up. Um, you know, America. I'm just be blunt with this, right? America is the promised land. In the Bible, right? They talked about a time where Moses had freed the slaves. It's Sunday night. Well, it's Monday morning. So I want to get a little biblical. You know, anybody that's in tune with the channel, Rocks with Grown Man Business TV, you already know we're going to get a little biblical, right? Moses freed the slaves from the Pharaoh and he split the Red Sea, right? And he told them, let my people go. And they went through the Red Sea and they made their way to the other side. And, you know, the mountain they were on. And Moses was going up and down the mountain and he was having conversations with God. And God gave him the 10 commandments and told him to give that to the people. And, you know, right? The people over there, they started to party and they were worshiping false idols and, you know, golden calves and stuff like that. And things got a little choppy, right? Moses led them into the desert and into the wilderness, all right? When they got into the wilderness, God said to Moses, right over there is the promised land. Oh, milk and honey. Oh, everything you could ask for. Everything I promised you is right over there in the promised land. So Moses said, you know what, God, I got faith in you. I believe in you. And Moses sent a couple of spies over there. He said, yo, listen, man. God is telling me that land belonged to us. Go over there and tell me what you see. Bring me the information. Spies go over there. They come back. They say, yo, I don't know what's up with your God or what he was trying to do, but it looked like a suicide mission. It's giants in that land. I mean, giants. We never seen people that big. These people are freaking giants. But the fruits, listen, it's the promised land. Absolutely. But he didn't tell you about the giants in that motherfucker? Yeah, it was, listen, he told you it was milk and honey. He told you the fruits was big over there. He told you it was the promised land. But you mean to tell me your God didn't tell us about the goddamn giants in there? So now, you know, Moses is a little bit embarrassed and all that. Moses is saying, damn, God, what happened? You forgot about that? Follow me. God said to Moses, take the land. One of my favorite statements and quotables in that good book. Me and my mom used to always argue about this. You know, my mom, she thanks God, and she felt like God was wearing a white silk garment, and he would ride in a white horse, and he was he was just a lovely man. God told Moses, take the land. He didn't tell Moses to pray for the land. He didn't tell Moses to be friends with the giants. He didn't tell Moses to spare the babies and the women. He told Moses, eliminate, take it, nigga. Now, you got giants in there. If when he tell you to take something from the giants, I mean, it's only one thing that's going to happen. Yeah, somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go. Man, he didn't tell you to have dinner with the giants. He didn't tell you to sit down and pray. He didn't tell you to get your goddamn Muslim garment and your kufis and your praying rug. And he didn't tell you to go in there and be a goddamn Jehovah Witness. He didn't tell you to do none of that. He said, take the land. Oh, I love that part. I'm a war general. I want the promised land. Now, you get to asking God specifics, man, you're going to have a problem. God told you to take the land. He don't want to have a back and forth conversation with you asking what the specifics is, if we could do this and if we could do that. Take it. I say all that to say this: America is the promised land. I know they told you that Africa was the motherland. Well, why you think the dog fur people told you that Africa was the motherland? They told you that so your black ass could look over there to Africa and start going back to Africa. See, everything they tell you, you got to look at it in reverse. If they told you Africa was the motherland, right? That means America is the motherland. Yeah. Yeah. See what I'm saying? You follow me? They told, oh, the first bones ever found on this globe were in Africa. It was a little lady by the name of Susie. The oldest bones in America were found in Africa. The oldest pyramids in America were found in Africa. Come to find out, the oldest goddamn pyramids right here in America. Come to find out, the oldest bones ever found right here in America. The oldest tombs ever found right here in America. Why you think you can't go to the Grand Canyon? So they told you, I know it's hard to believe. Yeah, I know. When they, just like in the Matrix, and they said, listen, I'm only here to give you the truth. I'm only here to give you the truth, baby. I didn't say it was going to be easy. I didn't say it was going to be easy to accept. Why you think they got your ass looking to Africa, but everybody in the world is rushing to America? Why do you think that is? Why? Why you think they tried to call you an African American? They tried to attach you to Africa when everybody on the face of the globe is running to America. Why you think they did that? Okay? America is the problem. They wish all you motherfuckers would move to Puerto Rico. Like the homie said he did in the chat and all that. They wish you motherfuckers would just pack up and move to Bali. You know how many times they pray at night that all you black people would just move to Africa? And yeah, they told you it was the motherland. We told them it was the motherland. Why haven't they gone to Africa yet? We've been telling them for years, hundreds of years, that they are Africans, Americans. Why haven't they fled to Africa? They praying for you. If they could get more people like my man to move to Puerto Rico, it'll be all good. God told them to take the land. Now, let's go a little further. A couple of the spies, they were scared. Oh, them niggas couldn't believe those giants swinging around that goddamn promised land, and they was well endowed, and they was hung like a horse, and they didn't want to go in there. They didn't want to take their wives in there with them big ass 9-foot men running around there. Yeah, they didn't want no parts of the giants. They was scared. They didn't have faith. So God said, you know what? Check this out. All of you scared motherfuckers, I'ma lead y'all back into the wilderness, and y'all will wander the wilderness for 40 years until every one of y'all dies out. And the next generation who lack fear and have faith, they will reap the benefits of the promised land. That's where we are at right now. They are taxing us. They're robbing us. They're stealing from us. You know why? Because we in the promised land, and instead of taking this motherfucker, we in here trying to live amongst the whites. We in the promised land trying to pray with you. We trying to eat with you. We want to be integrated with you. We want to work with you. We just want everything to be with you. When God didn't tell us to do that, God told us, take this motherfucker. It's yours. I gave it to you. Now the Giants is in there. They gonna fight for this. But I told you to take it. But instead, what we doing? What we doing? We all in the goddamn promised land. We letting the dog fur people destroy the water. We letting them poison the air. We letting them kill the animals. We done let them get in this motherfucker and just do what they want to do. They running amok in the promised land. And we ain't took nothing. We ain't took nothing. So we are, and I know this is gonna hurt a lot of y'all, respectfully. We are the generation that's wandering in the woods. I'm gonna close with this. Now you know why the Matrix feel the way it feel. Now you know why you feel like you stuck in a circle. You stuck in a rut. You can't get out of this shit. You gotta go to work every day and pay motherfucking taxes. And you can't figure out why everything just feels unusual. It's because we were scared. Our generation, our people, we were scared to go to war with the dog fur. We were scared. We are the generation that is wandering in the wilderness, in circles. I don't mind being the bearer of bad news. Hopefully the next generation, the youngsters that's coming up, they will take this land. Ain't no mother, he didn't tell your ass to move to Jamaica. Yeah. He didn't tell your monkey ass to move to Puerto Rico. He didn't tell you that. He didn't tell your monkey ass to move to Bali. He didn't tell your monkey ass to go down to Puerto Rico and hide out in the goddamn farm where you're growing your little coconuts and your tomatoes and all of your plantains and shit like that. See, he didn't tell your monkey ass to be out there in Puerto Rico, but you were scared. Respectfully, you were scared. And instead of fighting and taking the land, you ran your little silly ass to Puerto Rico. $1 mela. Toquito, $1 mela. $1 mela. Sing that the next time you think about what I'm telling you. Yeah. Next time you hear that song, you think of me. Yeah, you ran your ass to Puerto Rico. That's where you at right now, ain't it? Huh? Growing your goddamn plantains and your potatoes and all of that. Huh? God did tell us to run. He told us to take the land. The problem is we was too scared. We wanted to make some money. We wanted to feed our families. We wanted, we done had white babies and shit. You got motherfucker running around with the dog fur. They having babies with the God didn't tell those people to inbreed and make babies with the giants. Oh, and the dog fur is the giants. Who is the giants on this land? Who's running this shit? Who's in control of this shit? The dog fur. The dog fur is the giants that he was talking about. You done went and laid your silly ass down with the dog fur, had a whole goddamn family of dog fur babies. That's what you did. That's what you did. Okay? That's why they robbing us. That's why they sending $40 trillion to the goddamn Ukraine people. They sent another 40 billion to Argentina. They've been feeding Israel for 100 and some years, just stealing money, billions of dollars. Drinking goddamn Ukraine blood. They've been drinking baby blood. They've been doing all kind of wild shit in the promised land. And they got you thinking Africa. Nah. The oldest pyramids is in the Americas. That lets you know that the Africans came over here or we went over there and we taught them how to build pyramids. The oldest pyramids is in America. Oh, you didn't know that. You didn't know. The oldest tombs and shit like that with the pharaohs and all that. Nah, highly correct. Do your research. Yeah. You ever been to the Grand Canyon? Huh? Mike Silver, you ever been to the Grand Canyon? Nah, you ain't never been in the Grand Canyon for real. That's where the evidence is at. That's why your ass can't go in the Grand Canyon. Hopefully, my son or my grandson, or it might even take my great-grandson too, have enough nuts to go to war and take this land. We're wandering in the wilderness. We've been wandering in the wilderness for the last 20 years. He said 40 years. We ain't even halfway through. And what you think happens in the wilderness when you are wandering around aimlessly? A lot of murder, a lot of death, a lot of bloodshed, a lot of confusion. Don't that feel like where we at right now in America? It's always some violent shit going on. It's always death going on. It's a lot of confusion and destruction happening right before. And why are the youngins so violent? Why are the young men in America so violent? Because we are wandering aimlessly. Because instead of going to war on American soil, we allowed the giants to run amok and destroy this shit. Big salute to the chat. I needed to give y'all a reminder of who you dealing with. Don't ever confuse me with any of these dudes in this algorithm. Big salute to my brothers, but I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in this lane. I mean that. I am the only one that talks like this. Donald J. Trump is robbing the American people. We are the worker bees of the world. We go to work and we work. That's why they told us in America, oh, if you work hard, you can live the American dream. Oh, you're not working hard enough. You don't have it? You're not working hard enough. That's why they tell your motherfucking ass to work hard so they can tax you and then we can be robbed every goddamn week, every year. They can rob us. America is the only country on the face of this globe that tells their citizens, oh, you're a free man. What do you mean? You have all the opportunity as anybody else. You're free. The reason they got to keep telling your ass that you free is because you're not. I ain't trying to disrespect you. You're a working slave. You're a working bee. And your ass better go to work and get taxed so that we can send that money to the Ukraine. Until we are ready to take the promised land like God told us to, we will be manipulated and taken advantage of every single time. Get out of the matrix. How about you get out of the matrix there? No, you don't get out the matrix. You follow God's plan. That's how you get out the matrix. You don't enjoy Babylon. They got y'all thinking this is Babylon. Well, let me ask you a question. Why in the hell would half of the earth's population be running to Babylon? Why in the hell would more than half of the earth's population get in a banana boat, in a truck, in the bottom of a plane? They will risk their goddamn life and the life of their children just to get over here. Think about it. Motherfucker will get on a banana boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean to get to the Americas, the Babylon. Nah, America's not Rome. America's not Babylon. America is everything but that. It just looks like that because the giants have been running amok. But imagine if we took this land back. We started growing free. Imagine if we took this land back and we started growing female trees, female fruit trees, apple trees, oranges, etc. Imagine. But see, the giants, the dog fur having people, they've banned that. They don't want you growing female fruit trees because then we'd all eat for free. The dog fur, they have perverted and poisoned this land. But if we went to war and took it back, it wouldn't be 10 years before this motherfucking land would be looking and providing like the promised land. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it grows in America. It grows in America. You know what I mean? Absolutely. That's why my channel was necessary, because dudes like you, man, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? You spitting that rhetoric. You done been out there in Puerto Rico too long. You've been drinking that motherfucking tap water in Puerto Rico for too long. That's why I sung that song to you. $1 mela. Huh? Yeah, oh, yeah, your ass over there in Puerto Rico, you're drinking that contaminated water. Yeah, you're fucking up. You think they ain't got chemtrails over there in goddamn Port? Oh, I drink rainwater. You think they don't got chemtrails over there in Puerto Rico? You think that rainwater ain't falling and being all, and yeah, you think that rainwater ain't being contaminated by chemtrails and all the other chemicals that they put in the air? Yeah, I know. I know. I know. I don't mind being the bearer of bad news. And you came into the chat. I don't want to rain on your parade, but I can only give it to you pure dope, straight off the brick into the bottles. I can only give it to you pure, my G. I was just in Puerto Rico a couple of years ago. Salute to Puerto Rico. I think I spent my 40th birthday in Puerto Rico. Not a bad place. Not a bad place at all. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. What you got to understand is when I talk like this, it triggers the algorithm. And then funny things start happening with my channel. You know what I'm saying? The numbers, shadow banning, etc. So, you know, it's all about playing chess. And you know, when I talk about 50 Cent and I talk about, let's look at some of the content that I've been talking about. When I talk about 50 Cents, when I talk about Troy Ave, when I talk about, you know, Haas Campbell, when I talk about, you know, Oshino and Charleston White, when I talk about these things, it allows my channel to be freed up from the shadow ban. It makes the higher ups and the elites look the other way. And then I can deliver. I can deliver this. But, you know, I get to talking about Moses and, you know, the promised land and what God told Moses. And when I get to start getting biblical and talking certain ways, trust me, bro, they attack the channel. And the one thing I got to do is protect this channel, because ain't nobody else connecting the dots like this. Ain't nobody else gonna talk like this. Ain't nobody else gonna walk like this. Okay? Now, I'm going to save the rest of this for another live stream, which will probably be tomorrow night. But we're gonna talk about the Nori door. You know, I got some homies, man, that have some real big opportunities being presented, and my downloads have been downloading. And I'm really proud of my dogs for, just being consistent with this content and being able to elevate and to attract the attention of the higher ups and the elites, bro. I gotta be honest, man. That's exactly what's happening. It's the higher ups and the elites, man. And it's no coincidence why we're going into 2026 with a bang, a lot of opportunity. Opportunists provide opportunity, right? It's no coincidence. And, I'm gonna do a live stream and I'm gonna talk about that because it's no hate. And my dogs, they know I got a lot of love for them, and I'm happy for them. But I gotta keep reiterating that, you know, you guys are being walked through the door. You guys are being walked through the same door that a lot of you niggas was talking about over these years. Like even with the homie Haas, like I know he's excited. I could tell he's excited. But when you listen to him say certain things, he knows that this is the door. He said it earlier. He said, yo, to be with the celebrities, but I never really wanted to be with the celebrities. That was never my angle to like be with the celebrities. But, here we are. And it's only two ways you can go in this type of situation. It's a fork in the road. You could say, I ain't with it. I ain't going through the door. I ain't with it. Thanks, but no thanks to the opportunity, right? You could say that, or you could become a spook by the door. If you never read the book, The Spook by the Door, amazing read. Anybody that likes to read books, I would suggest that's a book that you pick up. The Spook by the Door is about a ex-gang member, a hood nigga, who got introduced to the door, the CIA, the FBI, government intelligence. And once he went through the door, he understood that he had walked through the door. And instead of succumbing to what happens behind that door, what he did is he basically kept one foot in and one foot out. He would be privy to the information in those rooms, and then he would take that information back to his neighborhood and to his homies and to his ex-gang members, and he would tell them, yo, they looking at you, yo, they gonna arrest you, yo, this is what's happening, this is what they saying. He was a spook by the door. He sat by the door, got the information, and he delivered. This gonna be a tricky, tricky situation because Vlad ain't here to play with you niggas. DJ Vlad is not signing you niggas and putting y'all in position and giving y'all money because he respects your journalistic talents. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He ain't rocking with y'all and buying y'all duck neck and deep fried Campbell soup. He ain't doing all of that for your journalistic talents. This shit gotta be a circus. You about to walk through the door. You about to jump off the, I done gave you that money. You like that money, right? You got that money? This ain't about to be no motherfucking Oprah Winfrey show. This ain't Dr. Phil, nigga. This gonna be Jerry fucking Springer. That's what's happening right now. They are creating the motherfucking circus, nigga. Y'all about to be in a circus, nigga. Yeah, jumping through goddamn hoops, riding goddamn elephants, and doing anything else that go on in the circus. That's why he bought y'all those duck necks and all that. Got you out there, got you out there eating duck necks. Yeah, eating deep fried Campbell soups and all of that. Yeah, he didn't look at y'all and say, yeah, these niggas is talented. These are some talented journalists. And I would love to sponsor sponsor a show. Nah, nigga, we need somebody that's gonna get in the circus to rival the West Coast, to go to war, to partake, to walk through the door. And I got a lot of love for my boys. They know I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm you know, I'm standing with them. I'm standing with them, but you gotta know that is what is happening, nigga. That was the motherfucking initiation. When y'all was in that room with Tony Yayo and y'all was doing content and you niggas was eating duck necks and all of that. That was that was a part of the initiation. That was them walking you to the door. That was them saying, y'all with this, right? Okay, well, we got duck neck for you, and we got deep fried Campbell soup. Go ahead and eat good, nigga. We gonna do a little bit of content. I'm gonna get in your video. You got Uncle Murder, he gonna get in your video. You niggas is about to mingle with us. We gonna mingle with y'all, and then y'all sit down and we gonna do a test run and see how y'all act on camera, and we gonna work this out. Now here come the contracts and the litigations, and we gonna put that all into play. Put your goddamn signature right there. Your John Hancock, nigga. Put your Hancock right there. Would you mind if you put your John right there, right there? Yeah. Put your goddamn John Hancock right there, nigga. It means signature. China, your goddamn signature, nigga. I said John Hancock, but it means that stands for signature. That's how they, you know, that's, you know, this is going on and shit. Hancock, yeah. Put your Hancock right there, nigga. Get yourself another duck neck and some deep fried Campbell soup, nigga. Eat the door. Now, I'm gonna do a whole live stream on this. Haas Campbell, salute to the homie Haas, man. I can see it in your eyes, my G. I mean, you gonna go through with it. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna sign a check. You gonna sign whatever. You gonna get the money. I respect all of that. But I could see in Haas' eyes that Haas acts. He absolutely knows what's happening. And the crazy thing is, he's still gonna go through with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna say this right. I said to myself earlier, man, as the downloads were downloading. I said to myself, like, I'm thankful that it's them and not me. You know what I'm saying? Always be careful. Don't ever envy somebody. Don't ever be jealous. If something is happening for somebody, be happy for them. Because the more I look at it and the more I think about it, I'm just saying to myself, like, I don't know if I'm in a position where I'm ready. And the money could be amazing. I just don't know if I'm ready to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's chi. I know it's G Unit and all that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's DJ Vladimir, but I just know for me personally, I don't know. So I'm happy that it's China, it's Harlem, it's Hassan Campbell, because that mean it ain't me yet. You know what I'm saying? And I'd rather sit back and watch how all this unfolds. I'd rather sit back and see. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be I don't envy them niggas, man. I wouldn't want to be I wouldn't want it to be one of them niggas in there with the duck necks and all of that. First off, nigga, who the fuck, hey man, why, who the fuck, so you went out there and bought some duck necks and all that. Yeah, you bought duck neck. I'm talking, you got 4-5 purebred niggas in the motherfucking room, and your motherfucking ass thought it was you thought it made sense to buy a box of duck necks. Oh, got some fried duck neck over there for you. It's just for you. Yeah, I figured you like that. Yeah, duck. Yeah, you don't eat duck necks? You will now, nigga. Yeah, you done got you in the door. Yeah, but you walk into the Nori door, we eat duck neck over here, nigga. Yeah, you didn't know that? Nigga, I ain't never heard a motherfucker say nothing about no duck necks. I'm 40-something years old, nigga. I ain't heard a motherfucker say something about duck neck. I ain't never been nowhere where a motherfucker told me they had duck necks on the table. Yeah, we got some ribs, you know what I mean? Collard greens, yams, and we got some duck neck right there. Yup. Who cooked the duck neck? Oh yeah, Aunt Gabby. She went ahead and fried the duck necks up and boiled. She boiled half of the duck neck and then she fried the other half, deep fried the other half of the duck neck. I ain't never known about deep fried Campbell soup. See, I'm just trying to see again. All this shit take place on the other side of the door. So I ain't privy to the information. I ain't never been over there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just figured I'd get some catering. We got fried chicken, we got some beef ribs right there. We got some egg rolls, and then we got fried duck neck if you like. Nigga, fried duck neck. How we supposed to eat the duck neck? Yeah, you cut it down the middle right there. You get them off. Yeah, it's just like that. It's like turkey necks. Oh, turkey. Oh, okay. 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 Duck necks and turkey necks and goose necks. They all the same thing. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry, man. I just ain't never heard of no duck neck. I heard a turkey. I'm sorry, man. My bad, man. I ain't trying to Vlad. I ain't trying to disrespect you. But I think I'm gonna pass on the duck. I'm gonna pass on the duck neck. Yeah, me. Yeah, but them niggas was eating the duck necks in there. The door. Niggas talk so much about the door, but as soon as the door opens up, niggas is running through it. Salute to my homies, man. Y'all niggas better stay down, man. Stay the fuck down, man. Watch your goddamn back and watch your front. When you go through that door, you end up with 4 pockets full like Lil Baby. You remember when Lil Baby had 4 pockets full at that party? They were shoving, yeah. He had one in the front, you had one in the back, and they were shoving them 4 pockets full. Yeah, we all know what 4PF stood for when we saw that photo of Lil Baby with that billionaire from the back. Yeah, y'all remember when that billionaire had Lil Baby from the back. We all understood what 4PF stood for when we saw that party. Haas, Harlem, China Brim. I'm happy for you. Better you than me, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, China Brim, Harlem legend, Hassan Campbell. Better you than me, my nigga. I appreciate that. You know what? And I appreciate y'all trailblazing the path so we can see what go. I want to be able to look through the door. I'm not going through the door. But since y'all don't mind going through the door, I'ma just look in there and shit and see what's going on in there, you know? But I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm gonna do a whole lot, but I want to be very, very straightforward with this to my homies. If anything go left, your ass in trouble. Listen, if one of y'all niggas get to painting your nails, your ass is in trouble. I don't care. You get out there, you get to wearing kilts and all that, like you're from Scotland, skirts and all that, your ass is in trouble. Please, brothers, please don't go in that Nori door and get 4 pockets full like Lil Baby. It will break my heart to see you get, it'll break my heart, brothers. All right? Big salute to the chat, man. Oh, they waiting for him. Y'all ain't, again, right? I just see things differently. I can see through the smoke and mirrors. Duck neck fucked me up. When the nigga said they had duck necks in there, it was this confirmation that it's a war going on outside no man is safe from. You went through the door when you put that duck neck in your mouth. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Yeah, you didn't know that. You thought you were safe, nigga. When you opened your mouth and you put that duck neck in there, DJ Vlad got one, boss. See how he put that duck neck in his mouth? Got one, boss. I got one. Yeah, I got 3 of them. They eating duck neck. They eating it. Yeah, they eating the duck necks right now. Look at his mouth. He's shoving duck neck in his mouth. Yeah, you're eating duck neck. Put it in the comment section. Did you eat the duck necks or not? Harlem, you know I rock with you, Harlem. Harlem legend. You know you my dog. I already talked. We done already had it. Harlem, did you put that duck neck in your mouth? That's the question. How did you eat the duck neck? Did you eat it with a fork? Did you eat it like a glizzy? Did you eat it like a New York City glizzy? Huh? Did you put it between 2 buns and eat it like a glizzy to your mouth? Listen, Harlem, China, Hassan Campbell. Did you put that duck neck in your mouth? That's the real question. I should have asked Harlem this last night. I didn't think about it, but the downloads have downloaded from last night. See, last night, the downloads that hadn't downloaded, but I wish I would have, because Harlem was in the chat. That's my dog. He rocks with the Grown Man Business TV. He's locked in with the platform, and I'm just saying to myself, did you put the duck, you know what? Hold on real quick. I want to see something. Did you put the duck neck in your mouth? How did you eat the duck neck? You know what I mean? So DJ Vladimir had you eating duck neck in New York City? You went through the door, brother. Respectfully, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Yeah, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but your ass went through the door. When you put that duck neck in your mouth, hey, well, you niggas is crazy, so they got you. Yeah, they done came over here and got you, motherfucker. You hype, you happy, your ass all over the goddamn. You doing videos and shit. I'm watching you niggas, man. You know what I mean? You done ate that motherfucking duck neck. Your ass was charged up. Yeah. Let's see what we got here, man. I'm tired of playing with you niggas, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Now, I'm going to ask you one more time now, China Brim. China, Harlem, and Hassan Campbell. Did you eat the duck neck? Did you put the duck neck in your mouth? Did you put the duck necks, Harlem, did you eat the duck neck like that? That's duck neck right there. Look at that. Yeah, braised duck neck and spicy soy sauce to your mouth. Did you eat the duck neck when you was with Harlem? When you was with Vladimir, DJ Vladimir, did you eat the duck necks like that? Huh? Huh? Look. Braised duck neck. Did you eat the duck neck did you eat the duck neck or not? DJ Vladimir had your ass out there eating duck necks and all of that. Listen to me, if you put that motherfucker in your mouth, that's worse than eating a stone cold glizzy out there in New York City. Listen to me, if you put that in your mouth, you was better off eating a stone cold glizzy downtown Harlem, uptown Harlem, Brooklyn, New York City. Your ass was better off eating a glizzy. Your ass was, hold on. Yeah, we're eating these duck. Yeah, you ate this duck. Let me show you something. Look at this motherfucker right here. I'm sorry. Look at this. Look. You been eating duck necks? Did you eat that duck neck right there? Huh? All right, it's late. It's late, bro. I'm just fucking around with you niggas. I'm saying though. I'm just saying. I'm just fucking around right now. But it's all kind of different duck necks. I pulled up all kind of different duck necks, brother. The second you let that duck neck cross your lips, you walk through the door. And I'm gonna tell you, now that I think about it, that was the triple cross. Nobody didn't think that it was weird that DJ Vlad had duck neck for you. Y'all just got to eating duck. When the last time you had duck neck? When the last time somebody fed you duck neck and then you went and got with DJ Vladimir and you just started eating duck neck like that's a normal thing? I would have said to myself, hey man, what the fuck made you get duck? Oh, that's a delicacy for me and my people. Jewish people, we eat duck necks. And I would have said, you know, man, I ain't really with that. Yeah, I rock with you. Hey Vlad, I ain't trying to disrespect you, but I ain't Jewish and I ain't eating no motherfucking duck neck, man. I'm good, man. Why you ain't put the duck neck in some collard greens, man? Yeah. You don't just feed us duck neck out the pot like that. You supposed to put the duck neck in some collard greens, man. Some goddamn pinto beans or something. You don't just goddamn put the duck neck on it. Nah, nigga, nah. You fucked up. I wouldn't have ate them duck necks. Yeah, I'm good, man. You could have put them in some collard greens or something, man. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I mean? What you mean? Collard greens. Yeah, like turkey neck. We put turkey necks in the collard green for like the seasoning. You know what I mean? We don't just eat turkey neck off the bone like that. That ain't how it works, Vlad. Yeah, well, I was just trying to walk you through the door, I thought that maybe, we got these 12-inch turkey necks and maybe you'd eat one. Yeah. Yeah, you niggas ate that turkey neck. That duck neck, you was eating ducks. You was eating duck. Oh, you ate the duck because Tony Yayo be brat. See, that's where y'all be fucking up at. Following these celebrities. Tony Yayo brags about eating duck necks. Well, I ain't never seen him eat duck. I don't give a damn who ate the duck neck. Tony Yayo, Barack Obama, Elon Musk. I wouldn't give a fuck who ate it. What I'm saying is, why you ain't put it in some collard greens then? Huh? Answer my question, Vlad. Why you ain't put this duck neck in collard greens or pinto beans or something like that? Huh? Oh, I didn't know. GMB TV, I'm sorry. I just wanted to feed you. I just wanted to feed you the duck necks out the pot. Would you mind eating this duck neck right here? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna steam these duck necks up for you, and then I'll grab this duck neck right here, and this one right here. There's about a 12-inch duck neck right here. You don't mind eating that? Look. Check it out. I have hot and spicy duck necks right here. Would you mind eating these duck necks, grown man? Huh? Harlem legend? Hassan Campbell? Would any of you guys, would you mind just taking the bite? Yeah, Tony Yayo. Listen to me. Listen to me. Tony Yayo eats these duck necks. Why wouldn't you eat the duck neck? We have Tony Yayo, G-Unit. He eats the duck necks. We steam these duck necks up. We have hot and spicy duck neck right here for you, for Hassan, for China Brim. Everybody get duck neck. You want to eat the duck neck or not? You want to be down with this? Huh? You want to be down with the movement? Huh? You want to be down with G-Unit? Huh? Eat the duck neck. Hot and spicy. Look. Hot and spicy duck necks right here. Go ahead. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's good eating right there, brother. Oh, look at these duck necks we got right here for you. Look, slow roasted duck neck meat. Slow roasted duck neck meat right here for you, brother. Would you like to eat this duck neck? Look, give you this duck. We got a 12-inch duck neck right here if you don't like it. Would you like it? I'm sorry, bro. I can't help it, man. These niggas is bugged out. I'm sorry, man. I can't help myself sometimes. You know what I mean? And I'm just, the downloads is overflowing. It's like, bro, niggas said they had goddamn. You got nigga all kind of food in there. You know what I mean? We eating, we celebrating. Why would you bring duck neck into the situation? See, that right there would have made me back up. Hold up. You know what? Let me rethink this. Oh, you don't want to be down with this? Yeah, come on, man. I'd have been like, hold on, man. Let me just go back to the house and rethink this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if something's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it would have been like, yeah, like, where's the Popeye? Like, you could have just ordered like a 40-piece wing from Popeyes, or like, some Chinese food. I don't know, like some shrimp fried rice, a couple egg rolls. I'd have been cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But for you to somehow bring duck neck into the equation, you know what I mean? It's like, nigga, you bought these big ass, like, yo, you bought duck necks into this? Like, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I think I'm gonna just back up off of this real fast and reevaluate the situation. You know what I mean? What's wrong? It was the duck neck, man. Yeah. All right. China Brim, Harlem legend, Hassan Campbell. If your ass ate the duck, I just want to know, did you eat the duck neck or not? You could be honest with me. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest with me. Don't lie to me. Harlem, did you eat the duck neck? Did you put that motherfucking duck neck in your mouth? And if you did, we're gonna have a conversation about it. You can have a conversation about it. Yeah, it's a lot of motherfucking duck neck pictures, man. Yeah, fuck it. You know what I mean? Look at this shit. Look at this shit here. Look at this. Look. Look. Stuffed duck neck. All right. I'm done for the night, man. Salute, man. Y'all niggas is bugged out, kid. They walked your ass, they got you. They got you. If you ate that duck, hey, yo, listen to me, Hassan Campbell. If your ass ate that duck neck, yeah, it's over. They got you. They got you. China, Brim, Harlem Legend, my niggas. If y'all ate that motherfucking duck neck with that, listen, if y'all ate that duck neck with DJ Vladimir, game over. All right, big salute to the chat, man. Listen, we going into Monday, man. Going into Monday, right? Start the work week off, man. Let's everybody just stay motivated, stay inquisitive, man. Stay inspired, stay authentic and optimistic about what the future holds. You feel me? And what the next move is, and make your next move be your best move. You feel me? And we gonna continue to drop this content. We gonna continue to do what we do best. All right, so let's everybody get ready. I know y'all got to work in the morning. I still got some moves to make for the rest of the week. And we gonna bring in 2026 nice and neat. Music is on the way. The album or the mixtape, whatever you want to call it, is being completed. It's on the way. And we gonna lock in. We gonna make this thing jump like it's supposed to. All right. So just make sure you hit the like button, man. I should easily have 300 likes in here. 278. I should easily have 300 likes in here. So tap the screen twice if you still in the building. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you are in tune with the channel. And we gonna keep elevating. We gonna keep growing. We gonna stay consistent, right? And we gonna monitor. We already monetize, but we gonna capitalize off the momentum. You know what I mean? And we gonna capitalize off over 50,000 subscribers. We gonna make this shit jump. Music is on the way. I know y'all waiting for it. A lot of y'all in my DMs. Big salute to y'all. A lot of y'all is really tapped in my emails and my DMs. Yo, it's coming. When the music is here, all I need you to do is purchase. All I need you to do is purchase. Download it to your phone. Rock that shit. Feel me? Then give me the honest feedback. Tell me exactly what you think about it. All right? Because it's going to be some fire. Yeah. Glock LA. Salute my G. 1030. You know, that's the crazy thing there, man. Y'all 3 hours behind. You know, when I get to the West Coast, I always, that 3 hour difference always is like a shell shock. That shit always throws me off. But yeah, it's 1:30 here, so I know it's 10:30 there. I wish it was 10:30 here, but it's, yeah. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Subscribe. You know, make sure y'all, like I said, subscribe, lock in. Music will be available top of 2026. We going live all week. We ain't stopping. Let's just make sure this thing is right. Let's stay intact. Let's make sure this thing is strong. Salute to everybody locked into the channel. You already know how we giving it up, all right? So it's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man. You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in. Yeah. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man Business. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight, raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoating nothing. We not dressing nothing up. I'm only here to give you this game straight, pure, dope, straight, raw. You understand me? No fentanyl, no quinine, no baking soda. We ain't water whipping this dope and we ain't counter whipping this content. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Yeah, we don't step on the content. Pure dope. That's the difference between me and them. You understand me? Donald Trump, nasty work. You understand? They robbing us blind. They robbing us blind, my G. And until we are ready to take the land, until we are absolutely ready to take this motherfucking land, we will continue to get robbed blind. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. These dudes with the dog fur, they put these suits and these ties on and they get up on these platforms. Oh, how are you doing, America? We're only here to... They ain't here for the forward progression of mankind. They don't want us to go to the next level. They stagnant. I mean, even with the technology, they can't even find what else to do with these iPhones. They add an extra goddamn... How many more cameras you gonna add to the iPhone? How many more goddamn cameras do we need, nigga? We didn't ask to be videographers. We wasn't trying to be goddamn photographers. We just wanted to take some nice pictures. We don't need 13 goddamn lenses on the back of the phone, but they are at a standstill when it comes to technology. Because all they doing is funneling billions and trillions of dollars. They don't want to elevate mankind. They don't want to elevate humanity. Trump isn't the only one, but Trump is the mask right now. Trump is it's always a mask. They got to put a mask over Israel. They can't just put it out there and just have Israel robbing us. We funding all this shit. They got to take one of us, put us in the forefront, and then he be the mask for Israel. With that being said, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now, listen, man, you can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in. Gang.